Hi, everyone. I'll wait till the spinning wheel is done spinning just to be sure. Okay. Oh, forgot about that. One thing real quick. Here we go. All right. We should be good here. And I know it's 2 in the morning, 2:09 to be exact. I am a little sleepy. Sorry if you got a notification at 2 a.m. Sorry. So anyways, I want to go ahead and do our daily reading and read page 59, which is about apocalyptic literature. Last time I read, I said that we'd also read about Tephilim and Mezuzah, but I lied because I'm really tired and I wanted to get this reading in, and I don't want to read that much. So we're going to read just a little bit about the apocalyptic movement from our book today. Let's get started. So from first century history, let's read the apocalyptic movement. This particular phenomenon, don't let my fingers distract you guys. Yes, I painted my fingers black today by accident. I stained them with hair dye because I'm doing auditions. That's why I was up till 2 in the morning working on some auditions I needed to submit. And I had to get my hair dyed. And I'm kind of a tomboy. I don't really do makeup and hair all that much. And so I didn't use gloves. I was like, yeah. So I have to stop being a tomboy. I have to do things the right way. Don't let it distract you. Yes, my hands are painted. I'm still gonna talk with my hands, so it's embarrassing right now, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. So the apocalyptic movement. Here we go. This particular phenomenon was not a group of people as such, but a distinctive point of view that cut across many groups. It produced a large and fascinating body of literature, some of which still exists today. The apocalyptic emphasis can be found in parts of the Old Testament too, along with intertestamental literature, the New Testament, and early Christian writings. So, intertestamental period probably should be a vocab word for today, even though it's not in bold. Intertestamental literature would be simply literature that was written in between the time that the Old Testament was written and that the New Testament was written. So intertestamental literature would be the in-between literature. It's also called, that time frame is also called the silent period because during that time no scripture was being written. So it's almost like God stopped speaking to the Jewish people during that time. So again, Old Testament, New Testament, and in between we have the intertestamental period. So I'm going to read that sentence again. The apocalyptic emphasis can be found in parts of the Old Testament too, along with intertestamental literature, New Testament, and early Christian writings. The word apocalyptic comes from a Greek word meaning to reveal. To reveal. The information conveyed in such literature was thought to be a special revelation from God that unveiled the hidden secrets of the universe, especially the events surrounding the end of the age. Apocalyptic writings often took the form of some extravagant vision, highly symbolic in nature, which mapped out events to come. The one who received the vision was often puzzled and needed an angelic interpreter to interpret it. to explain it. The writer frequently wrote in the name of some ancient saint, such as Enoch or Elijah. For this reason, the material is sometimes called pseudepigrapha, meaning wrongly titled. Wrongly titled, if I didn't enunciate. I feel like I'm half asleep. It's 2 a.m, so I'm trying to speak up loud and enunciate, but at the same time, I feel like it's bedtime, so I have to Why did I decide to do this now? Okay. So anyways, so the pseudepigrapha, meaning wrongly titled, because it would be written sometimes in, it would be ascribed to or wrote in the name of some ancient saint, such as Enoch or Elijah. So next sentence. The book of 4 Ezra, or Ezra 4, 4th Ezra, I'm not sure how you say that. The book of 4th Ezra is an excellent example of apocalyptic literature. And this is what that excerpt says. It came to pass as I lay on the grass that my heart was again troubled as before. And I lifted up my eyes and saw a young woman upon the right. And lo, she was mourning and weeping, and her clothes were rent, and there were ashes upon her head. And I said, Why are you weeping? And she said to me, I was barren for 30 years, but God looked upon my affliction and gave me a son. But when he was grown up and entered his wedding chamber, he fell down and died. Now I am grief-stricken and wish to die. I said, No, woman, do not do so. Be consoled by Jerusalem's sorrows. And it came to pass, while I was speaking to her, her countenance shone exceedingly, and her aspect became bright as lightning, and my heart was terrified. Then lo, an angel came to me as I lay on the ground as dead, and said, The matter is as follows. The woman thou saw is Zion, and the son is the city David built after 3,000 years of barrenness. The fall of Jerusalem is the death of the son in his wedding chamber, but her glory is yet to come. And I suppose the reference for that portion of 4th Ezra is chapter 9, verse 26 to chapter 10, verse 57, selected portions, it says. So the main theological characteristics of apocalyptic thought are as follows. Stress on the sovereignty and transcendence of God. Description of the cosmic struggle of good and evil, God and Satan, angels and demons. Dominance of a mood of strain and tension with pessimism concerning the present. Expectation of the ultimate triumph of God, seen as imminent, future, and wholly supernatural. And lastly, the emphasis on human wisdom and strength in the declining world situation. The emphasis on human wisdom and strength in the declining world situation. This age is passing away. The age to come will arrive by divine intervention and according to the divine plan. Nothing can stop it. Next paragraph. There's obviously much in apocalyptic thought that rings true scripturally. One hears echoes of the Old Testament books of Daniel, Ezekiel, Zechariah, and Isaiah, and of Jesus's words in Matthew 24, to say nothing of the book of Revelation, the apocalypse itself. Such literature may have given the oppressed Jewish people of Jesus's day hope for the future. It undoubtedly provided a backdrop for what Jesus and the early Christians had to say. And the book didn't explain this, so I'll just add that the portion of apocalyptic literature I read earlier, 4th Ezra, is not in the Bible. That is pseudepigrapha. Okay? Pseudepigrapha, not scripture. So, flipping the page here, it undoubtedly provided a backdrop for what Jesus and the early Christians had to say. Going back to the last examples that are in the Bible, Daniel, Ezekiel, Zechariah, Isaiah, and then what Jesus wrote in Matthew 24, what Jesus said in Matthew 24, and the apocalypse itself, the book of Revelation. So now this is the last portion here, and we will wrap up for today. It's been about 10 minutes, and hopefully I don't sound too sleepy in the replay. If anybody listens later, I don't know. So Peter drew this practical point from his own apocalyptic outlook. Quotations from 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10 to 12. The heavens will disappear with a roar. The elements will be destroyed by fire, and the earth and everything in it will be laid bare. Since everything will be destroyed in this way, what kind of people ought you to be? Question mark. You ought to live holy and godly lives as you look forward to the day of God and speed its coming. That concludes page 59 and a little bit at the top of page 60. And next, I will read Other Groups in Palestine, and we revisit some of Philo's On the Contemplative Life subject. And I will Google it this time to make sure I'm saying his name correctly. Philo. It could be Philo. I'll Google it before I actually read it. And we also are going to see some other words. Amharetz, people of the Lamb, Amharetz, Tephilim, Mezuzah, the Shema. And that looks like all for the tough words. And it looks like it mentions the Herodians. So we'll be discussing, it mentions Josephus too. So we'll be discussing those things in the section called Other Groups in Palestine, page 60. I'll try to get to it tomorrow. That's it. Bye, guys. End stream. Bye.